Alright, let's get things started. Let's make sure Stream Manager's got it. Do I have audio? Yep, I have audio. I can hear myself, which is fantastic. Alright, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome to what I hope will actually be the finale of Doki-Doki Literature Club. Because we had some technical difficulties last week, my internet was acting up, but to my knowledge, it has been fixed. So we should be perfectly okay for tonight. Last time we had everything bugging out, both on my end and on the game's end. And it looks like Sayori has glitched out and just become another Monica, and it seems like there's something not quite right about her. So, let's try and get to the bottom of this tonight. Hopefully we can manage. Also, we have a little somebody. Hang on, let me try to... Hi, Izzy. Cat Cam. Good girl. She says hello. She's hanging out with me on my window. Alright, let's get started. Where were we? So this was February 13th. Alright. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. Oh, I'm not comfortable with what's happening. I'm not sure what's happening, but I know I don't like it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Sure. Oh. Nothing is real? Oh, there's a question mark at the end, too. It's not a statement. Okay. Excuse me. Hey. No. Get off of my mouse. No, stop it. Why? Why do I have to look at that as my mouse? Let's just... Why? Whatever. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We all have something we need to go over today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room... Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. I disagree. I mean, it's a literature club. Just write some stuff real quick. Draw on some posters. It doesn't take that long, not if you're working together. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Haha, joke's on y'all. I procrastinate non-stop. All I do is last-minute preparations. If I did it ahead of time, it means I'm giving it a major berth that I don't give anything. That's a very bad sign if I'm doing stuff early. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Lee joined, and we've started some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. Oop, sorry. I forgot I had an alarm set in case I wasn't paying attention to the time. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. And honestly, I can accept that. Like, everybody I know who had a safe place to go throughout high school, because high school was stress, high school was struggle for everybody. Almost nobody has a perfect high school experience. But everybody I know who had a safe place to go, it was their English classroom, their writing classroom. It was the place surrounded by books and poetry and all of that stuff, and like literature. And that was the place that they ended up feeling safe. You know, and that's part of the reason why I became an English teacher, was so I could be that for students who really need help. The good news is that it's working, but that's not the point. But, like, it really should be a place so intimate you never want to leave. It should make you feel safe, because it's an art form that you want to express yourself with. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Lee? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Lee to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Lee joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Lee isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. Anybody who ever said that out loud to me in person is going to get their jaw dropped. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president now, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Lee want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation... no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. No, that's not the worst thing in the world, though. It's not what it's for, and if you have somebody like Monica who really wanted it to be something, that's hurtful, and that's depressing. It sucks. But in general, just like overall speaking, it really isn't that bad of a thing to just make a club and not do anything but spend time together. You know, it really doesn't matter that much. There's nothing wrong with that. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Lee, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this, anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? No, you should always be honest and upfront. BSing people and hiding behind smoke screens and just pretending will never work. It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. True. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. That argument kind of gets thrown out the window because neither I nor Yuri spoke up to try and defend ourselves or correct her. We stayed silent and let what she said be out in the open as, like, our voices. So, you know, she has the right to speak because by being silent, we gave her that right. We let her speak for us and didn't say anything on it. So, no, Yuri's wrong with that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Lee, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet. Not gonna stay long and jump back. My someone came over, wish me happy birthday when you have a moment. Read the group chat. Oh. Okay. Also, anybody watching, it is Raul's birthday today. The man's a whole 30 years old now. uh, Happy birthday to him. One of my best friends, my Kingdom Hearts partner. Happy birthday to him. Still younger than Grandpa, yes, indeed. Still younger than Grandpa. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry, oh, okay, I'm not saying that out loud. Also, I really wish it would stop, like, zooming in suddenly, because the shrill sound is bothering my ears. Oh, okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Lee? What do you want to get out of this club? Well, since you're asking, I mean... I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. No. Don't do stuff like this. When you're surrounded by people who are good at reading the room and reading your energy, they will know that this is nonsense. That is, like, a blatantly obvious evasion. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. She was just crying blood again. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Lee? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Lee before we leave. Before we leave? Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Lee, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that. As president, is the room getting darker? And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. It is getting... Oh, I don't like this. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit... You know. Ahaha. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. Sorry, that was a strange thing to ask. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No! Damn, really just cut her off like that. Excuse me? Oh god, what is happening? I have to break it on purpose again. Yep, there it goes. Fantasy, Parfait, hello, Valentine. Okay. Hi, Lee. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to... Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me! Must you always interrupt my conversation with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. But I guess another girl would be nice this time. Wow, okay. It'd be like that. So, Natsuki, nobody came. Oh my god! Why? Who told you to do this? That's awful. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Wow. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. You practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Lee, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Lee is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes, thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all? Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I don't like tea. I really don't like tea. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. You're done, you're done. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm done quite yet. But, hi. Welcome in. How you doing today? Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Are tall girls supposed to just be like super clumsy or something? I don't know. I don't get that. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Once again, I'd like to remind people, if you're not familiar with this game, major trigger warnings. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Kya. And it's rewind time. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Lee, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. No, even if... Oh, no, that was a question from me. Hang on. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. The logic's not faulty. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyways. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Lee. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Lee, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Huh? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. There's a joke in there. And I'm not gonna bother. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder where that is. I'm not going there. It's most likely because your posture, right? Nice save. Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Really? Chocolate and tea? Do they go well together? I mean, I don't like tea and I can't have chocolate, so I don't know. I won't say I'm against finding out. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Stop it. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Lee, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri started to breathe it. What's going on here? I can't. Lee, is it getting darker again? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Lee, my heart won't stop pounding, Lee. Oh. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Lee? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Hi, can you not? Ha. That's actually making me very uncomfortable. Ha. Can we not do this? Oh. It's time to share poems. Oh no. This one's alright. Alright? Oh yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing. But either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything. Excuse me. But that doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me. So read it carefully, okay? Oh? I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. But she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet, polite, and attentive. This is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do something to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. I could go for some cupcakes. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Oh, here we go. Oh. Huh. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Lee? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. No. It clicks in some secret spot by accident. Just Monica. Oh, wait. Just Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? Wait, but it's just Monica. I feel like I can't show it to Yuri. Is this gonna work? I thought it was gonna show me Monica anyway. Alright, finally. Aha. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Lee, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. Haha. You're too nice to me, Lee. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? Probably not. It's not bad, right? It's just a smidge. Just a tiny bit. It's like, it's almost okay, but no, it's extremely not okay. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'm not saying that out loud. Y'all can feel free to read that at your leisure. Moving on. No, you guys can enjoy. I genuinely don't feel comfortable saying these things out loud. Ah, her eyes. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Ah, yes. The flow, the spacing, the language. It's all... I don't know. This is terrifying. Hi. Oh, not the eyes again. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, this poem is about dial-up noises. More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to be sick. Can I go home? Lee, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets excited, she finds a place to hide and starts hurting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. We call that addiction. It usually does stem from depression, anxiety, or other similar mental deficiencies. And it is generally a sign of being addicted to it. I have been down that road before, I've still got marks from when I used to do that. And it's hard to break. It does, feel like its own high. But it doesn't just come out of nowhere. There's a cause. It might even be like... It can turn into that. You can start to fetishize it, too. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. Nonsense! I'm not saying it's your fault, though. No, you said it was my fault. I didn't do none. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I guess we won't worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least had the courtesy of letting you finish sharing it before taking it. Well, whatever. If it makes her happy, I won't stop it. As for mine, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Geez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. Yes. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. I don't know what that means. Okay, everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. That was a little hostile. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? It's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do, huh? What about Lee? Lee is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like how it is? What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Yeah, no, sorry. Pause. If you don't have experience in cooking and baking, and you're talking about baking enough cupcakes for a school event, no, that is not a reasonably one-person job. It is not. Yuri is out of her mind. Well, we knew that, but completely wrong. Like you would know. All you care about now is dragging Lee around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. I mean, whatever. Okay, then why not let Lee decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Lee make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Lee, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your mouth and let him decide for himself. Yikes. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Where's Sayori at? Where's Sayori at? Ah, that's funny. Yo, y'all can see me fighting it, right? That's funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. What just happened? The game did not appreciate that I said no. It very much did not appreciate that I said no. Yay, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair, giving us all this work and then taking leave for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. Well, yes, but actually no, because, like, she didn't assign her anything, which is somewhat of an insult by itself. And then, you know, she thought it was a great idea what she decided to do, but didn't suggest, you might need help with that. I'm being unreasonable. Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Oh boy. Pulling Lee away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Look at her face right now. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered... Okay. Have you considered activating your life insurance? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I wanted is to spend a little more time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Lee? Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. No, I don't appreciate that. This is really all I wanted. Lee, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? You know, minus her being absolutely insane, that actually does sound like a nice time. Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. Hang on, if I shrink down the game on my end, does it shrink it down on... Yes, it does. Okay. If you guys can't see it, if I can't see everything, then you can't see everything. I didn't want it to be that big. There we go. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I'd like to shrink this down. Because I'm tired of the eyes staring at me. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? Well, yes, but actually no. Like, it feels good to know somebody values me on such a high level, but also I know that it stems from some kind of mental instability. You know, that's an extreme level of obsession and just not being too good in the head. It's not a good sign. Stalker alert, I know, right? Like, it's nice to be cared about, especially on such a strong level where it's like, I don't want to be anywhere else but next to you. But also, this ain't it, Chief. To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? Nope, that's the part that's not it. But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. Also, hi Tien, welcome in. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Lee. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. I had no idea. How you doing, man? It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. That's not in love. No. No, it's not. It's really not. That's a genuine, like, obsession. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Lee, just know how much I love you. Yeah, exactly. It's the genuine definition of obsessed. It's not love, it's not affection, it's actual obsession. I love you so much that... No, I'm not saying that out loud. Y'all can feel free to read that at your leisure once again. She's doing something with that pen, and I don't appreciate it. That's my pen. You know, I'm very possessive of my writing utensils. I actually don't appreciate this. I'd smack the crap out of her if she said that to me. I just want to... No. Absolutely not. I'm getting a big case of the ickies here. I want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. Where? I don't know. This isn't a question I want answered, but I'm curious, like, any specific body part you want to jump in on? I want you all to myself. Are you gonna, like, open me like a mech in a sci-fi game? And I will be only yours. Love doesn't change nearly as much as obsession does. No, it really doesn't. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Lee. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? This is dangerous. I feel like saying yes is not the option here. But also I feel like if I say no, that, well, I feel like I'm gonna meet my ancestors. And, I'm not really up for that. Record scratch. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Luckily, Australia is a very, very far away place. I feel that. Tien, there's a reason I give multiple trigger warnings while I'm playing this game. It's not okay. It is entirely not okay. It's a lot of... Let me just... Hang on. Do you want the honest answer? Hello? The same damn thing. Literally, her reaction does not change based on what you say. Because if you reject her, she freaks out, kills herself because she can't handle it. But she deals with excitement through self-harm. She uses that as like a release when she gets too overwhelmed. So when you say yes, it overloads her emotions and she does it anyway because that's the best she can think of. Don't forget I've seen... Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know, like, nothing changes. Alright. Auto does absolutely nothing. Should I skip this, I guess? Oh, wow. Yeah, let's just do this. I don't know, I figured Auto would have done this. Okay, sunset, nighttime. So it was Friday, right? Which means now it's Friday night. I've not seen this game ever before, so I didn't think... No, it really is. Like, it doesn't pull punches when it comes to how horrible it is. So now it's Saturday morning. Nobody's showing up. Saturday evening. Saturday night. Jesus. Can you imagine trying to click through this, wondering if there's like some message in there for you to actually see. And now it's Sunday. Alright, it'll stop the skip if I click, okay. This stuff isn't translated. No, this isn't a translation thing. The game bugs itself out. That's part of the actual thing. Like, these are basically, like, to be interpreted as her dying gargling noises. I like to refer to them as dial-up sounds. So now it's Monday. Alright, it's festival time! Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty... Natsuki runs away. Technically, no. I'm pretty sure she keels over instantly, but... Don't ask me. I'm here! Lee, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Lee? Oh, jeez. I know! She'd stabbed herself in the stomach several times and then in the chest. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Oh my god. Just give me a sec. OS, remove character Yuri. Yuri character deleted successfully. Remove character Natsuki. Natsuki deleted successfully. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from dial-up sounds tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one. It's the last time we'll ever get a chance to. It was meant to be... Yeah! No, this is supposed to happen! You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. It'll explain it very shortly, actually. This should only take a second. Excuse me? Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Lee. Welcome to the Literature Club. This isn't horror, just an insanely weird game. It's like... It is kind of horror. Of course, we already know each other, because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. Now, I'm gonna be completely upfront. There is a jump scare in this conversation. I don't remember when it happens, I just know it exists. And, honestly, it'll probably catch me off guard. I'm not gonna front. I might jump, whatever. But, I guess it would be hard if the player viewers hadn't seen blood. Yeah. But, this game tracks if you're recording it. So, it knows I'm streaming on Twitch right now. If I were offline, it would not jump scare me. So, it does it specifically to target the audience, and I don't need anybody getting upset over it, so I'm warning you now. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Lee. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Okay, Professor Oak, relax. I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? I think we figured it out. That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man. If only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Wait, does it say that on the download page? Hang on. No. We gotta go look. I gotta see this. I actually know nothing about that. Let me get Doki-Doki real quick. Hold up. Show me this. Show me this. Where that? Hmm. No, I got nothing. I don't see anything. Well, anyway, now that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. Hang on, I would genuinely like to brace myself, if y'all don't mind. Because I don't remember when it happens. Give me 1 second. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. The explanation I just get. Test, test, yes. Yes, I can hear you, Tien. Hang on, blink twice if you can hear me. I hate when that happens. Like, that does happen sometimes where my battery drains a little bit faster based on what I'm doing. That perfectly makes sense. You know, sometimes I'll be in the middle of a League game and it'll go, hey, by the way, it's whatever. But I've literally only had my computer unplugged for maybe the last 20 minutes, and I still had more than half my battery remaining. And OBS went, psych, you thought. Whatever. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started it to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to hurt herself. No, not hurt herself. I guess it just drove her to become past tense? I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible. Yes, Sayori's demise was 2 weeks ago. She was telling us that she was really depressed, and then we confessed our undying love for her. Not quite as bad as Yuri did. We agreed to become a couple, and then the next day she decided to hang out without us. You can make of that comment whatever you will. It means probably exactly what you think it means. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. In fairness, you didn't give me an option. You made them fall in love with you. I don't know how to do that. Are you kidding me? If it worked out that well for me, I wouldn't be constantly single. Like, I haven't had a date in 2 years, and before that, I didn't have one for 2 more years. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Lee? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Lee. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. I have hiccups now. I'm going to turn my volume down because I don't know if the jump scare has volume on it. In this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach. You know, this has a lot of Tron vibes to it. I'm trapped, Lee. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. I appreciate that. You're all I need. I don't know about that one. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Lee. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. Nah, here's the thing. A good story of any kind makes you care about the characters on a personal level. So, like, I don't resolve my feelings with, it's just a game. I think, wow, at least in the context of this world, this is a person who didn't do anything to deserve that. And that's not cool. You know? It's important to, like, obviously you have to have the separation of this is real. But there's nothing wrong with acknowledging, like, at least in their own context, this is a living, breathing person who had to deal with something they shouldn't have. So that being said, Lee, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Lee, will you go out with me? Have I ever heard those words out loud? I don't think I have. Like, that's not even necessarily meant to be like a depressing thing. It's just usually when it comes to being in a relationship, it's like my initiation. Huh. A 2D character confessed to you. Will you say, listen, this one, no. Other 2D characters, bring them up. We can discuss it. I'd be cool with that. Apparently, yes, I will. Yeah, I've never heard that sentence before either. You're also in a committed relationship. Don't worry about it. I'm so happy. You really are my everything. Funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. No one has ever confessed to me. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Like, I've had people confess feelings to me, but I mean like the will you go out with me? Nobody ever asks me to date them. It just either happens or I ask. I don't know. Usually I don't get that question. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Lee. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. One confessed that they thought I was pretty enhanced, but yeah, I get that once in a while. I have several of my students tell me that. They think I'm very pretty because of my hair. You wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. Finding a Steam folder on your computer if you don't already know where to look is agonizing. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Yeah, there's a whole step-by-step thing here. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. There's a really, really not okay joke that can be made here, and I feel like I shouldn't because Twitch. Moving on. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Type it in Discord. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. And my Discord's bugging out because of the restart. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Hang on, I'll pull up Discord on my phone and tell you. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh, hi Zoe! Hang on. We got a baby in the lap. Hi, honey. Hello. Oh. Hi, baby. We're gonna take a quick pause because the baby wants to say hi. Also, I am gonna send you the joke. Hey, honey. I know, the tail in the face. She's like starting to curl up between my legs right now. Hey, baby. You gonna sit here and watch me play? He's a good girl. Good girl. We love the baby here, don't we? Alright, hang on, let me type this out to you. Hey, Zoe. Thankfully, she's not hitting me in the face too much. She's being super cuddly. Also, I sent you the... Hmm? Did you drool on me, weirdo? One of those. all right. Let's get back to writing a poem. Una mok onia oika oik monica monia nika moya mo na mon moi Monica Monica Bonica. Bonica. That's funny. It's just, hi again, Lee. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Actually, I did write a poem specifically for this. For this finale episode, I wrote a brand new poem. So I'll be reading that once we're done, before I call it a night. Aw, Lee, did you write this poem for me? Yes. That was a B, by the way. Yeah. Bonica. I don't care. It's so sweet of you. Does it really? I actually didn't know that. Right. Of course it has a harsh sound, because it's German. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy End. Pen in hand I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices behold the special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. That actually is really well written. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game, like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Lee? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. No, we've been spotted. Abort mission. We've been found out. Now, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not trying to avoid the jump scare, but also I'm going to take my earphone partway out of my ear, and I am going to cover part of the screen because I know it has like a brighter touch to the screen, and I don't know what sound it has, and my eyes and ears are really sensitive. I am indeed trying to avoid the jump scare. but also I really don't want to deal with it. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. Can you imagine? Do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? Yes, actually it's part of the game that you can go in there and mess with it, and it'll change the game up. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Girl, same. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? Yeah, no, this is it. This is it. So, if your eyes and ears are sensitive, once again, I don't know what to fully expect. Just kidding. I can't do anything after all. You gave me some time. Okay. There it is. That actually wasn't as bright as I was expecting, so I guess I kind of did that for nothing. But the sound, if I didn't turn my volume down, it was, no, it's not a very good jump scare, but I very rarely react to the actual surprise of it, and more to, like, the fact that it's got shrill sounds or bright lights. That is what gets me, because it hurts. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Lee, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. I've never actually seen it, so I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew it had bright lights. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. And this is where the game stays. This is literally where the game stays. So what you have to do from here is actually go into the files and mess with them. It is officially part of the game that you have to do that. Can you guys see Zoe from here? Yeah, you can see her head. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, Lee. Hang on, let me... Look at the baby! Look at her just hanging out. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself, after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life, and spend your eternity with a few game characters, depends on the game, I might actually be down for that, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves, but I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people. Even if it takes some time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? I think I know how in-depth the character is and how well coded the self-learning program. I know, yeah. But, like, if it were a game like Fallout or Dragon Age or Mass Effect where the characters actually do change their actions and words and behaviors based on how you act and speak, then that would mean that they have, adaptable programming. So, like, if you lived in that world, you could use that to your advantage, and the real world would go on around you almost. She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time, and before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback, and while I'm reading this, I'm presently trying to find the Steam folder. We're programmed... It don't mean the club members. I mean human beings. Which is true. We're social creatures. We desire feedback and people and all that stuff. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Hi. Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. That is a fact. I feel somewhat understood here. Is Steam here? Steam. Nope. Running away, baby. Steam apps. Common. Here we go. Doki-Doki Literature Club. Like a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. Usually that no, I found it. I knew where to look. It was just like it's been a while since I've actually navigated through my folders, so it took me a second to find where to click. And then when they finally go out after a half hour, they just want to go home again. And my social battery is not good. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them to just have you there. Honestly, yeah, that's a vibe. You know, I don't really care if we're doing anything. I like to spend time with my friends. But my social battery has been extremely low since a little bit after quarantine started. Not completely because of quarantine, because of other factors, but one way or the other, you know, sometimes it's rough. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like my friends. I adore my friends. It's just, I don't always have it in me to go places. And that's just the life of an introvert. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. And I do that sometimes. Not recently, but as for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between. But I think I'm usually a little more extroverted, spending time with Nova's friends a bit more. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you like her friends? I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Why does it have to be a game? Can you just, like, pop out real quick? We could have this discussion in person. You know, I'd be cool with that. I will do what must be done. Excuse me. And this is what you're supposed to do, Tien. I went into the folder. I went into the character folder where only her name was located, and I hit delete. What's happening? Lee, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Lee. Please hurry and help me. MP file characters does not exist. Help me. She's trying to get out. I don't like that. It does not exist. Did you do this to me, Lee? It's just like her physical appearance. Exactly. No, like, in terms of physical appearance, out of all four, she's the one I like the most. Like, I am attracted to her most if I have to pick physical attributes. But also, psychopath. Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? Dark long hair. Yeah, agreed, among other things. You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Lee. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind, just to hurt me even more? No, I watched you intentionally turn your friends' nonsense meters up to 11 and cause them to die. As a result, I'm running your pockets. Although Monica isn't... No, she's not. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. It was good. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. No, I didn't. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy that you've heard your cause forever. I hope you think you're clever. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. That I've heard before. Lee, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Can anyone close this out? Hello? She knows what she wants, which is more than most humans. You know what? You're right. You're right. I still love you. Here we go. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? You murdered your friends. And made it look like they did it. All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... obsession? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? I've made up my mind. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. Wait, let me fix my camera, that's Zoe's not here anymore. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. He was very much so on the side of obsession. Yeah! I think Monica's that fine line between obsession and love. Once again, she killed her friends and literally erased her entire world just so she could sit in a room with us and stare at us like this. That's... You gonna tell me that's a fine line? Come on! That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... dial-up noises. Hello? Back to the main menu. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I think... And would you look at that? Nope, no save slots. Would you look at that? Everyone's here. Except Monica. She kept her sanity, which I do think... No, I don't think she kept her sanity. Alright, new game, I guess. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Lee. Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Lee, are you proud of me? Huh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it, even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. No, seriously, if somebody has a constant behavior of doing something that either you or they don't like, and they fix it, don't just let it become a normal thing. They probably very consciously made the effort to do that, and fix their ways so that you or they could be more satisfied. Show appreciation. It's embarrassing to say out loud, coward. Come on, please, it's good motivation. Fine, I'm proud of you, Sayori. You know what? We gonna do it. We gonna drop one. We are going to drop a proud papa in the chat. Where my glasses at? Hold on, where my glasses at? We gonna do a proud papa. I love being able to do my own emotes. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lee, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell... Excuse me. How could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. The finger thing. Meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things, so that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Lee? What are you doing here? Well, I just... Huh? I glance around the room. Huh. So you're the Lee that Sayori is always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Lee. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. I'd go with aggressive, but close enough. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Lee, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Why do I always yawn so much when I'm, on the air? I don't yawn constantly in my everyday life. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! You know, I see this and all I can think of is Roman Reigns preparing for his finisher. Ooh! Ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. It was definitely not pronounced Natsuki. Is it? I don't care. Listen, there's no, official pronunciation of it. I don't know any better. Not like there's any corrections. Oh great, I inhaled a little bit of water, so now I'm gonna choke too while I yawn. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, closer to an apostrophe. You know, I used to pronounce it Natsuki, and a lot of people would, lecture me about how it's Natsuki. So, you know, I'm kind of... You see what my issue is here. Now I'm being told the other way around. I was right originally, and people would lecture me on it. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Hey, you're Asian, so you knew it better. I mean, you're right, but also, my Asian language uses on a constant basis. We choke to speak to people. You know, we don't have the same pronunciations as the rest of Asia. German chokes too. There's another joke in there I am not gonna make. Fine. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Baka. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Sundari is yes, she is. She is, in fact. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. No, it doesn't. I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm the opposite. I hate tea. I like reading. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Lee, what kind of things do you like to read? Oh, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Once again, stop calling me out. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Disrespectful. Well, that can change. Tea leaf reading. No. That's not what we meant. Wait a minute. She probably does that too, though. Let's be fair. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri, huh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So if Lee wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Books are more transparent than people have them. True. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Lee? Maybe? Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. You know, because one of my students got me back into reading Percy Jackson, I stopped at book 8 when I was in high school. So I just finished book 9 yesterday, and it's the first time I've ever read it. And when we come back from winter vacation, which I'm in right now, I'm going to be starting the final book of the series, book 10. And again, I know absolutely nothing about it, so it's like, it's scary. You know, all these years I've had the story in my mind, and I lost the energy to be able to put myself through novels, and now it's like I'm going back into the world that I basically lived in middle and high school, because it was my favorite childhood series. And that feels weird. That really feels weird. Since we use letters for spelling, we have a huge advantage over languages that use characters. True. Huh? I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Here's the thing. Natsuki's manga interests are very cutesy stuff. You know, like, honestly, like a really dolled up Sailor Moon, if I had to guess. Like the way it's described. But she likes slice of life stuff too. Yuri would probably like the more aggressive types of manga and anime, like maybe Death Note, Soul Eater, Tokyo Ghoul. I feel like she'd be interested in those. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? It's made up of individual characters that don't even remotely sound like the word it's... yeah. If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. She really comes in like the disappointed doorway dad, but like with a smile on her face instead, and then just disappears. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I'm going back to saying Natsuki. Oops. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Lee. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Lee. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Lee, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is I already knew that you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Lee. Yeah, that's the entire twist of the game, Tien. The president of the literature club instantly has self-realization. They immediately become aware the moment they inherit the title. Which means that, but she's supposedly not even, right. But here's the thing. She's not in existence in their game. But in our real world, she was a file that has been deleted. And because she is aware of our real world, now she knows about it. Theoretically, if we had deleted Monica before when Yuri was vice president, Yuri would have become president and immediately had the same realization. Again, in theory, I don't think that's actually doable. There's probably a mod or something that does that. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all of the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. That's definitely not complex. Actually, it makes sense to me. I mean, it's not the simplest thing in the world, but it fits, I think. The logic applies. Hey, Num Nums, welcome in. Nice to see you. How you doing today? But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. Oh, not the room again. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. Here we go again. Okay. No. No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Tien, this is the part where it's gonna mess with you. Who? It hurts. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Sora, oh, you got your booster today? Oh, no. Oh, I hope you feel okay. I know after mine, I felt like crap for a few days. Like, I'm glad you got it, but I hope you feel okay soon. It'd just be easier to delete. I mean, in theory, yeah, but then you wouldn't have a game. Goodbye, Lee. Goodbye, Literature Club. Poof.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
This voice feels like it fits Sayori, maybe Natsuki. It does not feel like it fits Monica. But here we go. I got the booster, I pulled another trip, the bank and chopped it up. I mean, listen, I was just at work with 102 degree fever after my booster. My second shot, I got 104. I'm not hearing the in-game sound. Really? You don't hear that? Very low? How's this? On the bright side, you have the lyrics. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was low. Nobody ever tells me ahead of time.
That special day.
I always find out after the fact. That is a really cute song. Like, it sounds really nice.
Everybody a fun assignment to do today.
Remove images. Oh, images not found. What happened to Sayori? Monica literally came back from non-existence and wiped her out. Because she realized Sayori got the power, realized I was a real person, and went crazy. And she went, I already did that, and he threw me out the window. I'ma kick your ass. But now she's in the process of wiping everything out. That's a bold statement, my friend. Now that's a scene we actually didn't get if you help Yuri instead of Natsuki.
Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free?
Aw, look at their little figures. Here's the scene where we have the confession of feelings. Special thanks, Monica and Lee. Oh, it's removing everything.
I'll leave you be.
She's not a fan of short hair. I'm usually not, but some people can really pull it off. Admittedly. It's generally not my preference, but I've been attracted to plenty. So that must mean you have a crush on me, Tien. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you, for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. And the game closes. No, the game is still installed, but I think it like does a complete reset of everything. Like it wipes out everything you've got. So I'm going to reopen it because I don't remember. Oh, wait, no. Actually, I do have to reinstall. I forgot about that. Maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, I'd expect if there was a script that made the game uninstall after you clicked OK, I would have been impressed. I think it technically does undo something. Just trying to figure out. I don't remember what it was. Is it the README? No. What is this? Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. Probably fix this. Probably be a lot easier if I just deleted our system. It's difficult. But here goes nothing. You guys don't see this, but me looking at my files, there's actually like a lot of stuff that is being messed with. That probably would have been seen as a Trojan by AVs. Yeah, no, of course. I don't know. Is there something I'm supposed to do at this point? Let me look. Wait. Alright, so here's the... Wait a minute. Oh. Someone found, like, yeah, no, I'm trying to Google it right now just to see if there is something I'm supposed to do or if this is actually, like, the end of the game, because I don't remember. I do know, like, a little bit about it, but it's been a very long time since I've, so gain knowledge. The code to roll. The other game files will be deleted still. The player must delete the first run file or reinstall the game. Okay, so you actually do have to like reinstall the game unless you delete a specific file. Right here. Deleted. So now I should be able to open it. All right. What do I select here? What do I do? Let me look again. All right, so somebody. The letter. Oh, okay. So nothing actually happens if I say no. Continue where I left off. Deleting saved data. Oh. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the warning. By playing Doki-Doki Literature Club, you agree you're at least 13 years of age. Yeah. I know there's supposed to be something new here. And there's no data anymore. Please enter your name. Whatever. Oh. Wait, it didn't... Well, that's weird. So, when I googled it, it says that after you delete the first run file and start again, you're supposed to get... Okay, hang on. Let me just mute the music, because that's... Whatever. So, after Monica restarts the game without herself present, Sari will gain knowledge. Player must delete the first run file or reinstall the game. Players will then get a thank you from the developer, which contains a basic summary on his inspiration for the game and why he made it instead of the bittersweet letter from Monica. So, it's just something like a quick message from the developer. So, because we didn't get it for some reason, I'm going to read it out. To the special player who achieved the special ending. For years, I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki-Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. And honestly, this game did fit that pretty well. It's not the first thing ever to break the fourth wall, but it was one of the most popular and groundbreaking games to ever pull off the kind of things that it does. So I have a lot of respect for the developer who put this together. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvatore. And thank you for being a part of my English class, Dan. It's been a pleasure having you. And there's also a couple different endings that you can get if you do stupid stuff with the files before you actually do anything with the game. Alright. But that's going to be it for the game. Yep. I'm sure I want to quit. So that's going to be it for now. I'm going to put myself in the center, resize a little bit. Alright. So, we have come to the end of Doki-Doki Literature Club. Wow, I think it's an amazing game. It's really creepy. It's really interesting. It's pretty well written. Sorry, I keep shifting. I have to adjust constantly for my legs. I think it's a wonderful experience that not everybody is capable of handling, because it does deal with a lot of really uncomfortable themes. But I had fun playing this. You know, I originally played the first episode of this back in October for my Gamers Outreach charity stream that I was doing with the Astro Lotus, my stream team. And I thought that the game was a lot shorter than it was. So I didn't actually get to finish it. And it took me a while to get back here. But I finally did, and I'm glad I did. You know, it feels like I put a nail in a coffin, no pun intended, to the events of the game. And, you know, finished, took care of some unfinished business. What we're going to be replacing this with, originally, I was going to have it be Prey, which is a really cool sci-fi game that's honestly kind of difficult to explain without giving away the story itself. But I'll tell you what I decided to do instead in a few minutes. But first, I have ended every episode by reading out poetry that I wrote myself. Last week we didn't do that because we didn't get to finish the episode or the game like we intended, and therefore, there wasn't anything to do. But this week I actually wrote something like brand new, just so I could read it out here as like, to add on to what I've been doing with the game so far. So this poem is called The Animal That Lives in the Mirror. A reflection is a very surreal thing, don't you think? You see what nobody else sees, even though it's all they look at. Blemishes, bumps, breaks, scars scattered across one's smooth skin. They see you, but don't see you, yeah? They see the shine in your hair, the light in your eyes. They don't know that bulb burned out years ago. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Wrinkles grown from endless smiles? A broad chest to comfort loved ones? Hands so gentle they could cradle someone's very heart? What do I see, you ask? Well, I would tell you, but it's hard to look at yourself in the dark. After all, that bulb burned out years ago. And that's it. I struggle with a lot of the themes that were in this game. Depression, anxiety, um, suicidal thoughts, self harm, and it really more recently, it's really put into perspective how much you notice when you look at yourself in the mirror that nobody else sees. Because you look at your friends and you see the color of their hair, you see the look in their eyes, you see like their physical body. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see your pimples, you see your scars, you see that little bit of dirt that's stuck in your hair. You see the details that nobody else pays attention to, and you hyper focus on them as like an anxiety response. And it kind of makes me think, seeing the stuff about Yuri harming herself in the game, that like I look at my tattoos every single day, and everybody looks at them and they see petals and they see beautiful ink and they see pretty pictures and nice words, and every single time I look at them I'm immediately drawn to my scars, which is what I got them to cover. And that thought has been really sitting with me, and I decided to write it out as my special send off for this game. um, and that's just all I could really think of. You know what I mean? I figured it was important. um, all right, but that is it for tonight. I'm going to put our raid message in the chat if Nightbot is present and wants to work. Nightbot, hello, I see you there. Thank you. Petals scatter on the wind. So we are going to be rating Raoul, also known as Miserability, if he is still on, of course. Yep, he's playing God of War Ghosts of Sparta right now. It is his birthday stream, so I want to go show him some love and say hello, because he is a wonderful friend of mine and he deserves a wonderful day to go along with him. So I'm going to start that up. So our schedule coming up is on Monday. I will be continuing Mass Effect Andromeda, and I've already decided that once we're finished with that, I'm actually going to be starting Horizon Forbidden West, which I have right here, and I'm really excited to try out. I'm going to save it for stream, so it's a first-time experience. On Thursday, we're going to be continuing Kingdom Hearts 3. We're coming up on the end, only another maybe 2-3 weeks left. And on Saturday, if I get it in time, instead of Prey, I want to replace Doki-Doki with Elden Ring. I'm going to bring back the challenge genre of my Twitch channel and face off against the newest installment of Souls games that there is to speak of, and I want it to be a completely brand new experience with me and you guys and nothing before that. I want it to be brand new to me. This is going to be the first time anybody has ever seen me play a Souls game without already knowing everything about it. So that means you're going to see me die a lot. But anyway, if any of those games interest you, make sure you tune in. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope to see you in the next episode, but if not, I'll see you next class. Bye, everybody.